And that was not good enough. And look at that. The Kazar Kazoo deck absolutely destroys still, even against these pool 3 cards. Yo, what's good, everybody? Today we're talking about a pool 2 Kazoo deck. And I know what you're thinking, but Killmonger is gonna come in and destroy all my 1-drops. Well, we have preventative measures to stop that from happening, and this is the deck below me, and that is your enemy. The first thing we're gonna do to avoid Killmonger is, of course, we've got armor. Armor's gonna get in there and she's gonna be able to protect 3 of your 1-drops. And if that doesn't work, well, then we have other cards that can win without the 1-drops. We've got Angela, who presumably would be buffed up by a 1-drop or 2, and then Killmonger would come out and kill them. Well, Angela's still gonna keep those buffs. We also have Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is gonna stretch across to the other locations and make sure that they're getting power. That definitely helps your armor location if you have 3 other 1-drops as well. We have Blue Marvel in there, who's gonna give the other cards +1 ongoing power, regardless of whether or not they're 1-drops or not. And we got Onslaught to back him up and double that ongoing effect at that location. So we're not only relying on the 1-drops if Killmonger does come out, but you are going to be protecting a bunch of them, and you're not going to be particularly worried as you're buffing up your other cards. We do have Kazar in the deck, of course. What would a Kazoo deck be without Kazar? He's going to buff up all those 1-drops if Killmonger doesn't show up. And we also have Captain America, who's also going to buff up those 1-drops. And on to the 1-drops that we keep talking about. We're starting with Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's in there to help boost Angela and then get moved to a different location. Then we also have Korg, and Korg is going to drop that rock in your opponent's deck and absolutely screw up their plans. We got Iceman, who's basically Korg on steroids. He's making one of the cards in their hand cost more. It may not be viable for them to even play that card anymore. We got Sunspot, who's gonna get boosted every time you don't use your energy. And we got Ant-Man. He's gonna give +3 power to a lane if you fill up an entire location. And let me tell you, with this deck, we're gonna be doing that a lot. And I just wanted to go over a couple of potential replacements, and the first one we're talking about is Wolfsbane. You can put Wolfsbane in the deck instead of Mr. Fantastic. She's gonna keep that extra power if Killmonger does destroy your 1-drops. So she's a perfectly acceptable candidate for this. We kept Mr. Fantastic in because if you put Onslaught at the same location as him, Mr. Fantastic becomes that much better. And of course, we're gonna give you 2 solid 1-drop replacements. You got Ebony Maw. I am a little hesitant to play him because you can't play him after turn 3, but Ebony Maw is definitely the strongest 1-drop right off the bat. You plug him right into a location where you have 3 other cards, then Ebony Maw is gonna be incredibly powerful. And the other 1-drop that we want to consider is Agent 13. By placing her in the deck, she's gonna give you a random card to your hand, so you could always play that, and who knows, she might give you a win condition card out of that. That's a little too much variance for me though, unless we're talking about specific decks, so that's why I have the guys that I chose. Now let's hop into some gameplay and show you how this works. So here we are, we're taking our pool 2 Kazoo deck into battle, and we got ourselves a couple 1-drops, which we love. Sewer System, we do not love, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna play Korg in the middle position. When Korg throws the rock in the opponent's deck on the first turn, there is a 55% chance that he's gonna draw that rock, and that's what we need. And that is a big time +1 power. If we can get armor out here and put him in the middle and get some of our 1-drops on here, we're gonna be in good shape. We're gonna take the risk, and we're gonna go ahead and put Sunspot and Ant-Man out there. And there it is, we got armor, so we're gonna have this middle location in a solid place with Sunspot still gaining energy, and he's gonna get stuck carrying a rock, I believe. He put out Cosmo, but we're not really that afraid. We don't have too many on reveal cards. We're gonna get ourselves ready with Mr. Fantastic, who's gonna help that middle location. And we dropped Nightcrawler just for funsies. He's not really gonna help us out too much, but he works out good there. So she's gonna use Enchantress and kill Ant-Man and armor, and that's about it because he's definitely Killmongering, and I am sad. Here comes Kazar. We're hoping that he's not gonna Killmonger. We're getting another +1 for Sunspot. There it is. We're in pretty good shape here. I felt like we were in pretty good shape, but now we're in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna have to put Captain America on the side here and just hope that whatever he's got for Xandar is not good enough to get the job done. That Enchantress really screwed up our strategy, but we gotta believe. It's unfortunate that we weren't able to use Onslaught, and we're gonna just have to see how this goes down. I feel like he doesn't have Killmonger because he probably would have snapped, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. And we got it, baby. We got it. Let's go. Sunspot pulled out the win there when we didn't use all of our energy. That was perfect. All right, here we are, folks. We're playing one more, and we got cloning vats right on the first turn. And cloning vats, if we can get a bunch of sunspots in there, oh man, we are going to be in a really good position. And he's thinking the same thing. We're on the same wavelength, me and this guy right here. We're actually gonna go ahead and play Angela on this third location. We're gonna hope we don't want her to get destroyed, so we're just gonna drop her right here. After turn 4, whoever's winning here draws 2 cards. Well, we could be winning there right away, which is really fun. We're gonna go ahead and go for it because we want Kazar, Onslaught, Blue Marvel, and we don't have any of them yet, so we really need to win. There goes Ironheart. She's obviously going to hit the sunspots because they're the only ones in existence. We're going to drop Iceman, who's going to bump up Angela. We're going to drop Ant-Man, who's going to bump up Angela and give them all +3. And then we got Sunspot there, and we can actually just chill here for this turn and bump up Sunspot another 5. And that should be enough to get the job done. Or we can play Captain America on cloning vats, give Sunspot a +1, and hope that that's good enough. But I'm kind of thinking that I want to just pump up both of the sunspots. And we didn't play anybody. Thankfully, we were going to play Captain America there, and he would have absolutely blasted him. And here comes Armor. Here comes Blue Marvel. And we're in really solid shape. We're looking to use Blue Marvel right here in this spot. If Blue Marvel gets cloned, we may very well play him again. If we get Onslaught, that would be even better. And he played White Tiger, and he got White Tiger in the danger room, which was really smart of him. And of course, we now have an extra Blue Marvel. Armor and Kazar give us a little more power here on the left. I believe we're going to take down the right side. So we're going to go ahead and play Armor and Kazar right here. And he won't be able to destroy any of our cards if he does try and do that. Let's see how this works. Let's hope that Kazar and Blue Marvel can work together and pull out the win for us. Here it is, folks. It all depends on who he played. Kazar's going to give us another 5 power because of that. And he played a couple of Doombots. And that was not good enough. And look at that. The Kazar Kazoo deck absolutely destroys still, even against these pool 3 cards. So that's how the pool 2 Kazoo deck works. And we didn't get a chance to see Killmonger in action in these games, but we did see Enchantress kind of screw up our plans, and we were a little afraid of the Killmonger, but we still had a chance to win even with the threat of Killmonger looming. This deck is really, really fun to play, to spread your power across all the different lanes and to just have a good time. So if you enjoyed the content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and go check out some of my other Marvel Snap guides. We got a lot of Pool 2 deck guides. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.